the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup. We've got Ban Rowing Club on the water for the second time this morning against the University of Washington. The University of Washington boat for the second time this morning on the water. Second time in 2 races. So, race number 15. And immediately Ban Rowing Club, that's the boat you can see to the left of your picture.
But now
look at
left
University of Washington on the Buck station will be spoken to as well. They've come a long way across from Temple Island and they need to sort that out very quickly. Mirfin and Frampton.
Yeah, they qualified on Friday to get into this regatta. Now this is going to be very disruptive for both crews with all the steering of Pairs. A really difficult boat to get going, particularly if the rudder's on a lot. So let's see, and here we go. Now Ban coming over towards Washington, and also being warned by the umpire.
They're coming very close, perilously close. Is there a clash there? They're very, very close, those blades on the Buck station. The Americans getting extremely tight to Ban.
Now, if Washington want to come back here, they really need to get into a consistent rhythm. That boat needs to go straight so they can really start coming back. If they just keep steering and moving around, they're never going to get a rhythm.
Northern Ireland against the USA. There's been action-packed so far, but now you look live further down the water, and it's the Northern Irish, the Ban Rowing Club double sculls here, women's pair here, who have just settled it all down nicely.
They've done a really good job, haven't they? All the shenanigans that was going on at the beginning, a bit of Washington steering, a bit of Ban steering, but they've got themselves lined up on the booms, got into their long rhythm, and it's paid off for them. They just edged away from Washington, and just now they've got them under control. They can see them easily at the left side of their vision. They know how far away they are. They can just compose themselves. They can even let Washington come back a little bit because they know they can respond.
Yeah, ferocious and feisty start. Do you think we actually had a clash of blades there? Or, I mean, it was very close, wasn't it? Very, very tight.
I think they're being warned by the umpire again.
Again, yes.
I think they were far enough ahead when they were that close together that that's why the blades missed. But if they'd been next to each other, it would have been trouble.
And the umpire definitely is having a busy race here.
But Washington, they're not giving up. They're slowly inching their way back into it now. They're almost getting to overlap. Ban need to make a decision now. They need to not let the other pair get overlap. Once they get overlap, they can start to feel the other crew and they'll gain confidence. And different to a running race, sometimes if you're behind and you're overlapping, you can actually be applying the pressure to the other people. So, and this is what they're doing. Washington really are. They're now gaining some momentum here and they're starting to row their way through. A bit like in the doubles, confidently with their rhythm rowing through. And this is going to get close.
Yeah,
the blades are getting next to each other.
Mirfin and Frampton converging, Shirlow and Logan. And the umpire needs to intervene again. Very busy race, and just having a look, it is having an impact because now they're dead level. In fact, you're seeing on the Buck station, Mirfin and Frampton, the USA pair, taking control of the race in front of Hambleden Club and heading in front of the enclosures.
And I think that's a lesson for all. Even though they had a terrible start and they were down by quite a long way, they just did their own thing and trusted in their own race. So you can never give up, because if you do things properly and you're quick enough, by not giving up, look what they've done. They just rode straight through Ban like a butter through knife, to be honest. And now they're a length and a half up.
Well, mentally, they've absolutely nailed this, haven't they?
They're really, really tough. I mean, that's what comes for rowing in these big, tough programs where they train such a big group of women training hard every day. It builds that kind of mental toughness.
Proper resilience shown there. Because a lesser athlete might have easily been phased by what was going on back at the start. They've just held their nerve.
So Ban now need to try and do something. There's no point letting them go a little bit and then trying to charge them just for a glory finish. They need to dig in now and try and get back on terms and apply the pressure and see what can happen.
Yeah, still quite a long way to go.
But there's still quite a long way to go. 2 more minutes at least, 2.5 minutes. So Ban now need to make a decision whether they're brave enough to get back on terms, because otherwise this is over. There's no point doing a sprint just at the end. But Washington moving better than they have all race now, to be honest, and really actually doing a really good job. They've got a good platform, the boat's nice and level.
So University of Washington trying to hold things together for the last couple of 100 metres in front of the regatta enclosure, in front of stewards. A couple of lengths up on Ban Rowing Club, Northern Ireland. And they are drifting out into the middle again. It would be to their disadvantage now, you'd have thought, if the Northern Irish pair just head out into the middle of the water. Just going to be in the wash of the Americans, aren't they? So better off getting onto their own side, some clean water.
Yeah, it would be very uncomfortable rowing in the puddles and the wash of the other pair. But both crews now steering over to the right-hand side. It's been a little bit wavy, both crews.
Bit messy.
They really haven't got, I mean, it's not that it's easy in a coxswain's pair because the pressures have to be dead even, and the person nearest us here in the bow has more leverage, so can easily pull the boat around. So they do have to be smart about how they row.
Yeah, it's very technical, isn't it? And seeing the top-level performances here. Conditions-wise, a little bit of wind, a bit of a breeze today, rather than blustery and swirling as we've had in the last couple of days. And it's not quite as bright sunshine as we had at 9:30, but
it's good for the pairs. It's the first day of the women's pairs. You know, they've missed the 2 days of the really strong headwind. They've got that. It would have been horrendous in a coxswain's pair in those headwinds.
Entertaining for us, but horrendous for the athletes.
Indeed. So here, Washington doing a great job now. They're 2.5 lengths up. Quite a clinical job this in the end.
Mirfin and Frampton of the USA. University of Washington women's pair. Can drop the rate right down now and cruise across the line, ease their way to the finish line.
Great for them, having qualified on Friday. Now they've won a round at Henley Royal and they'll be back to race.
It's been a long wait for them, a long week, but they are here and they are safely through the first round, their first round. And we've got Shirlow and Logan on the Berkshire station, just heading over the line now. Their Henley Royal Regatta is over.